Hello, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. This is teacher Maysam, and today I am going to talk about an essay correction. Now, let's go through the essay that one of my students wrote it to me recently so that I can work on it and then I can correct it. Let's go. Global warming essay practice. Okay, let's go through it. The world is area that humanity every time racing between nations. Okay. The world is an area that, or you can also say which, or also you can say where, okay, humanity every time racing between nations. So every time, this is not with W, it is with V, every time, or you can also say all the time racing. Because you use ing, okay, you need to say the world is an area where humanity is racing all the time. You can put all the time here. Between nations. Nice. This race is causing something that producing something for improve their nations. Okay, what is this race? What do you want to tell? You need to be very clear. Okay, which race? You didn't talk about the race. You mean humanity and race? Okay, race is something that we are talking about a specific, group of people like black, white, brown, this kind of stuff. Anyway, you can even say humanity is causing something that is producing, okay, because of this ing, is producing, again, something for improvement. Or you can say improving, okay? Why? Because both of them are noun. So you can say for improving, which is a gerund, right? Or for improvement. So what are gerunds? Gerunds are like nouns, improving or improvement. But if you say for improvement, you need to use of. For improvement of their nations. Or you can simply say for improving their nations. Okay, period. Humanity is opening a factory. When you say a, you have to make it singular. But you say a here, and you put an es, which can make the word plural. That is not acceptable. You have to simply make sure what you are going to tell. So if you want to say a, you need to say a factory. If you want to say factories, you have to remove a. I would recommend when you are giving examples, it is better to use plural rather than singular. That is actually better. Opening factories. Why? Because when you say a factory, then your partner, your reader, might have a question. The question is, which factory? This is a problematic, when someone says, I read a book, I watch a film. A book? A film? Which book? Which film? Right? But when you say, I read books, I watch films, that is general. You are generalizing the example so that your partner would say nothing actually, would not question you actually. Anyway, opening factories, dealing with science and producing some harmful, with one L, harmful things. Like weapons, again, the same problem. A weapon. I would say, make it plural. Weapons, nuclear weapons, that's correct. Chemicals, you see, they're plural. That are harmful for world. For the world, because we know what you're talking about. for the world, and so many more examples that we can't count. Okay, listen up. Rule number 1. We need to pay attention not repeating words a lot. That is why we have to use synonyms, right? Instead of saying things, or for example, country, you need to use another word or a sort of synonym or a sort of a different word which can convey the same meaning, right? For example, speaking of, harmful things, you can say stuff. Things, stuff are synonym, right? So it is better to say that. This is one point. Another point is, hold on. This one, can't. In academic writing or any kind of writing which are basically official, we are not allowed to use abbreviations. For example, can't is a short form, or let's say as it is sort of abbreviation. It is not acceptable. In that case, you have to say can not, should not, could not, might not. It is not good to say shouldn't, mightn't, or wouldn't. Understand? It is better to say use full form of the words. Anyway, day by day, this race and struggling growing up. Okay, what is this and? Day by day, this race, I think is struggling. Again, we do not need to simply repeat the words again and again. Human beings, you can also say. Yeah, let's say. Human beings. In that case, you have to say are, because beings. Human beings are struggling, growing up in the world because globalization effect. Because you are using a sort of noun, after that you have to say because of, right? Because of globalization effect, not affect. Affect is verb. You have to say effect. You need to say effect. Okay? Affect is the verb. So, globalization effect to the world and make more closer the nations. Not make more closer, or getting closer. Not more, actually. Closer. We don't need to write more. And to get closer to other nations. Understand? When nations more deal is wrong. Yes, dealing with each other thanks to the globalization, nations trying to produce. Okay, this is terrible here. Listen, when nations, you see, this is plural, are dealing, not more, dealing with each other more thanks to the globalization, okay, that's correct. You see, you're repeating nations. In that case, you can use pronouns like they, right? They are, because of this ing, they are trying to produce, to produce, right? After to, you have to use an infinitive. To produce. Infinitive means a word, a verb without ing, right? To produce more harmful technologies for winning some wars. Okay, that is acceptable. Humans is. Okay, you're using plural and then you're using is. That is problem. In that case, oh my God, humans, consumer creatures. Humans is consumer. You can say human, I think we said human beings. We can say human race. Okay. You need to use synonyms to decorate, to show how many vocabulary, how many new words you have. You can also say mankind. Okay. Mankind, it is better, yeah. Mankind is a consumer creature, consumer. You know, you have to say mankind is a consumer, or you can say mankind is a consuming creature. Get it? When we count, maybe, when we counting the year's world population, when we are counting, ing goes to are, when we are counting the years of the world population, let's say, oh my God, is increasing. There's a problem. When we are counting the years, comma, okay, forget about it. World population is increasing, so consuming is increasing. Because of this, so you have to say increasing too. So the world population is increasing, so consuming is also increasing. Or you can say consuming is increasing too, no problem. Full stop. All of this consuming, you see, you repeat consume. You have to change it. Not only natural resources like only water, oxygen, etc. This is very unclear. You have to make sure about it. I don't understand it. Now, this consuming, you can say, is not only natural ones. Natural one, let's say. They are resources like water, oxygen, etc. You know, because I don't understand what you want to say, that is why I cannot help you in this. Maybe you have to tell me what you wanted to say. Anyway, this is very unclear. People need houses for living. That's correct. When building houses using tons of harmful chemical materials. Or you can say while, because of ing, while building houses, they are using tons of, who are using them? They. Who are they? People. They are, I hope you can read my handwriting. They are using tons of harmful chemical materials, some plastic materials, and some other harmful materials, like batteries, and we can tell tons of examples. Actually, we can give tons of examples. Okay? I think you repeat the term tons of. You can change it. You can say a numerous examples, right? Variety of examples. Anyway, reasons like wars, uncontrolled consuming chemicals, radioactive technologies, causing so many problems, and one of them is global warming. Okay, listen. Reasons like wars, we can say issues, because you repeatedly wrote like. It is better to say, to change it, like such as wars, uncontrolled consuming. Yeah, there is no comma here. Uncontrolled consuming chemicals, radioactive technologies, causing so many, are causing ing so many problems, and one of them is global warming. That's true. Global warming is big threat, a big threat, because there is only one for our world. And also, remember to use also after and. It is so decorative. And also, humanity need a solution for a brilliant and healthy. You see, you say you as a singular, and then you are using as plural. It is not acceptable. You can make it plural. Yeah. Need a solution for brilliant and healthy futures. It is better. But because we are not using, futures, again, I have to change it and say a brilliant and healthy future. Okay, like that. In my opinion, in English, there is no dots on top of I. That is only in Turkish, I think. In my opinion, nations, government with V, not W, governments, global organizations have to take responsibility about that fact. Okay. Some filters consume controlling. Consume is verb. Consuming control. You can also say consuming control. Prevent for extravagant. It is not with W, it is again with V. Prevent, not for. Prevent extravagant people or organizations. Okay. Some laws or rules, penalties. Sure, it have to be global penalties. You can say surely. Surely is better. Surely, because of it, he, she, it, we use has, right? It has, not have. It has to be global penalties. Okay. All of the nations should be together for finding a solution for global warming. That's correct. Whole world. You can say the whole world should stop making weapons and try to make some technologies. You see, make. You can change it. I would say try to apply, right? Or use, utilize. Try to apply or use or utilize is better. Some technologies for water purification, soil purification, or deforestation. Some observing systems for a gerund. Preventing forest fires, that is correct. Again, without any dot on top of it. I believe that, this is nice. This is good. This is really good. I believe that. You can also intensify it. I strongly, do you remember from my latest video? I strongly believe that humanity can fix every problem. I can give you a very nice, useful tip. After every, try to use single. This is better. Every single problem, without any S, in this world, if all of the nations will be united. Understand? Of course, I only try to correct your grammatical mistakes, and I rarely comment about how to write. In the future, if you can improve it, I can also comment about how to use words, beautiful sentences, more and more, and even more effectively. Okay, that was a nice start. Don't worry about all this mess. Step by step, you are going to improve it for sure. Thanks a bundle for watching me. I hope it was useful. Stay tuned for such videos again in the future. Until that time, live long and prosper. Take care.